It has been a long 3 weeks. And not just because of, the political climate, but just births. I've been going back to back lately. So let's do a reflection. Let's talk about the mental game of birth. Because birth is not just physical. It's deeply mental and emotional. And if you don't face your fears before you walk into that birth room, they will meet you there. All the time, people go into birth with a vision, a plan, a deep desire to have a certain experience. And I want you to have that experience. I want you to have your deepest desires for your birth. But when things get intense, because birth sometimes gets tricky, and when things get intense, that doubt starts to creep in. And when that little voice starts whispering, you can't do this, it's easy to start negotiating against yourself. That's why it's so important to do the inner work before labor begins. You got to ask yourself, what are my biggest fears about birth? Where did that come from? Have I really unpacked them, or am I just hoping I just won't have to face them? I start my work with all of my clients with them facing their fears, talking about their fears with themselves. I don't even get involved. I'm like, hey, do this fear activity, because fear is going to be the thing that derails you during this birth process. Because birth is raw, birth is real, and it will ask you to show up fully, even in the moments that scare you. The good news is that you can train your brain for birth. Just like an athlete visualizing success, you can practice seeing yourself working through contractions, staying grounded, trusting your body. You can surround yourself with support that reminds you of your strength when your mind starts to tell you otherwise. Birth is a battle of the mind, as much as it is of the body. If you want to come out of it feeling powerful, start now. Start rewiring those thoughts. Start speaking life over your birth, because the war isn't won in the birth room. It's won in the weeks and months before. So, I'll leave you with this. What affirmations are you saying to yourself? Are you practicing saying no and I need more time with pushy providers? Are you comfortable stopping a conversation midstream? Saying to someone, hey, stop. Thank you. No. You've got to be comfortable stopping these people. Birth is a wild time, and you and your support team need to lean into being a little wild sometimes to protect the goal. You don't have to be polite. You don't have to make everyone comfortable. You have to birth your baby. Period.